US President Donald Trump has asserted that he will have a trade deal with India soon. Lauding Prime Minister Modi's leadership and India's growing global clout, US President Donald Trump said that he has great respect for Prime Minister Modi, calling him the nicest looking guy and tough as hell. These are the words of the US President Donald Trump. He made the remarks while speaking at APEC CEOs Summit in South Korea. Let's listen in to what the US President said.
You're fighting with India. And, two nuclear nations. And they said, no, you should let us fight. They both said that. They're warring. They're strong people, I'll tell you what. Prime Minister Modi is the nicest looking guy. He says, and he looks like you'd like to have your father, he's a killer. He's tough as hell. No, we will fight. I said, whoa, this is the same man that I know. But after a little while, and they're good people, and after literally 2 days, they called up and they said, we understand, and they stopped fighting. How is that? Isn't that amazing? Now, you think Biden would have done that? I don't think so. Most people wouldn't have thought of it, but, they wouldn't have thought of it.
All right, and to decode this further, my colleague Vishnu is now joining me live. Vishnu, what do you make of this shift in Trump's tone? He has clearly gone gaga praising Prime Minister Modi, perhaps a drastic shift from his earlier warnings linking trade concessions to India's oil imports.
Well, Rahesha, if we were to have this discussion tomorrow at the same time, I suggest that something new might have been said. But be that as it may, there are a couple of points that we need to look at as far as Donald Trump is concerned. Number one, he did say that India and the United States will have a trade deal which should be signed sometime soon. We know that this has been an ongoing process, the process of negotiations. And if Donald Trump says that he's going to sign a deal, then that's win-win for both India and the United States. Presumably, some of the sanctions on India, which are as a result of not having signed on to a deal, will go away. Add to that the fact that India's imports of Russian oil have likely come down a great deal because of further American sanctions against Russian oil entities. So that is a process underway. But what would irritate many in New Delhi over here is the second part, which has to do with his repeated utterances on Op Sindoor. Now, in none of the briefings that I was a part of was there ever any indicator that India decided to end the hostilities against Pakistan because of American pressure. It was Pakistan which did that all along.
Right, Vishnu, absolutely. Like you also mentioned that Trump has said that he will sign a trade deal with India. But like you also pointed out that Trump has spoken about this a lot in the past. In your viewpoint, do you think that the trade deal will come to fruition this time around?
Well, we don't know what the state of negotiations are. I can tell you that the Commerce Minister has been actively involved in the process of getting that trade deal done. Negotiations have been underway. We've seen American officials come here. We've seen Indian officials go there. There were, hard negotiations. That's typically what happens in trade negotiations. But where India is clear is that we won't be negotiating with a gun to our head. We will protect our national interests in as much as America will practice or will ensure that their national interests are protected. So we do have concerns when it comes to, for example, the dairy and the agriculture sector. We want to ensure that our farmers are protected, that our dairy sector is protected. We have concerns, for example, on our market being flooded with genetically modified crops or seeds. That's something, again, that India has voiced. And so both sides will have to edge out or sort out their differences and see what happens. But will it be a small deal which eventually results in a mega deal, or will it be a mega deal at the onset, which is something that the Americans want? We're going to have to wait and see.